Hey you guys, welcome back to My Table of Three. I am Carrie and I'm going to be showing you a video today of how you can prep French toast for the freezer. Today I'll be doing, it's kind of a Tremelty Mama kit, or actually just a easy French toast recipe. The bread I'm going to use, we'll talk a little bit about it later, but it's not exactly on Tremelty Mama. It's not, it's more of a personal choice because it is just necessarily low carb bread, so it does have gluten and wheat. So if, you know, there's lots of things you can do to modify it. Today, that's what I'm going to show you because that's the bread my son likes the best, and anything is better than just full white bread is what I say. But anyway, today is more or less just to show you the process that I do. So I recorded some of this previously, actually making the French toast, and life got away with me, and it's actually a day or two later. So I'm going to show you that clip first, and then I'm going to come back and show you I've got this ready now, and then we're going to bag it up. So let's jump over that clip first. Alright guys, so we are doing our French toast. This back here is just the eggshells from the chickens that I pulled. We're using those up. Here's my egg mixture. This is just whole eggs, some almond milk, and cinnamon. This is going to be like a Tremelty Mama-esque breakfast. It is more for, and I am using this bread today. My son likes this one the best. This delightful 45 calories, 6 net carb. So if you don't like this bread, you can also do Tremelty Mama E by using a sprouted bread. I've done that too for the freezer in there, but and then you just use egg whites and almond milk here instead of the whole egg. So let me show you what I do. I've already started a lot of this because I have a big batch to do, and I didn't want to do it all here for you guys. But I know I promised I would show you. So I got this going. I'm going to move my pan off. I'm going to turn this down just a little bit. Okay, so soak that and just turn it over. And I sprinkle a little bit more cinnamon on each one of mine when I flip them. And then I will take it out of the egg mixture. And then into the pan. Make sure all of it has some. And into the pan. I'm going to do one more really quick. Whoops. Into the pan. These cook really quickly, and you'll have to heat them through when you get ready to serve them to your kiddos or to your family. So let's dry in just a little bit. There we go. So if you don't have to worry about them if they are a little bit, if they don't get cooked all the way through, because you have to heat them in the toaster and all that. But I like to cook mine all the way through, and it only takes a minute. So a couple minutes on each side actually. And you can see over here, when they come out of the pan, I just lay them here to cool, and once they cool, then I move them over here. I don't know if you can see that, but to a baking sheet that's lined with parchment paper. This one's full, so I'll lay another parchment paper and stack them, and I'll show you how to do that in a minute. I'll go ahead and flip these over. You can see how fast they cook. These are extremely easy to have in the freezer for your kiddos, either for you or your family. If you do the Tremelty Mama E, you can just heat those up and then have some berries on top maybe, or a Alaskan cow cheese, even sweeten it the plain and then add some berries would be really good. Your kiddos could have syrup or maple syrup, whatever toppings they like. It'd help if I show you, right? So we flip these one time, and then I'm going to go ahead and move them over here when they're done. Those are almost done, so I'm going to go ahead and drop another couple of pieces in the egg. Yeah, so we're going to do that. Flip these over. These will keep in the freezer for several months frozen, and then you're going to freeze them individually in a moment. You'll see when I show you that. You can just pull up a couple pieces at the time, or you could defrost the whole, you could just stick the bag when you're ready for them in the refrigerator for that week, and then you guys can, or your kiddos can pull them out and throw them in the toaster when they're ready for them. Makes life so much easier. Also gives them a little bit of independence too if they like to do stuff themselves. So, and it's really tasty. And I've ate some of this before here with this bread as well, and it does really good French toast. Okay, and so I have a little bit more to do to use up this egg mixture that I have left. So I'm not going to show you how to do that. I'll do that later, but I'm going to go ahead and show you how I finish this and get it ready for the freezer, okay? So we'll go ahead and let these cook. Let me turn that. Let me move this out of the way, these eggshells over here. Eggshells will just go back into the compost piles, and the chickens will get those, or the garden will get those. Okay, so let's go ahead. Okay, so the next thing I'm going to do is go ahead and turn this. Let's work on different things. So I don't put them over here on this sheet until they have fully cooled, because when you put them into the freezer or stack them, you don't want them to be hot because they'll sweat and cause condensation, and you don't want that. Okay, so these up here have also been cooling for a while, these at this end. So I'm going to go ahead and lay them here. Those are still a little bit warm, so we're going to put those there. Okay, this one here I think needs to cook a little bit more on that side, so I'm just going to flick it back over. Okay, and so what I'll do is after these come out, I will put them up here on the rack. I'll let this layer cool completely. I'll finish putting them on this sheet on the parchment paper, and then I'm going to stick them in the freezer back there and let them freeze. Would help if I turn towards me, right? I'm going to set these in the freezer, let them freeze solid, and then I will show you what I do once they are frozen solid, okay? All right. Okay, so hopefully you got the idea of how easy it is to prep French toast for your freezer. So again, like I said in the video and a little writing I put on there, for a Trim Healthy Mama E or a lower fat, you could use just egg whites and almond flour, almond milk. Good grief, I'm losing my mind. But almond milk and egg whites, and flavor that with vanilla and cinnamon if you want to. But this is just a basic recipe. Nate enjoys it, so I like to get it in the freezer to use up eggs from our hens. And when we can't eat them fast enough, this is a great way to get Nate to eat them. So, and get some easy stuff for me. So I got them ready. I'm going to show you. I just pulled out of the freezer. Let's pan down and show you how I actually process them for the actual freezer, okay? Okay, so I just started with a gallon-sized bag. These are so cute. I got these at Aldi. They got the holiday ones right now. This is like $1. Maybe I'm wrong. I think they're either somewhere between $1.89 and $2.29. They've kind of gone up lately, but they have the cute holiday. Can you see that? Probably not. Anyway, I just thought it was cute. So I just labeled what it was. French toast, just heat through, and I put the date. Really messy writing, but right, who cares? They could read my writing. So I have it here. You see I have 2 layers of it, so I may need another bag. I have one laying aside. Wash your hands, and then you're just going to lay these, stack these in. And you see, because of the fact that I said I let them cool completely and then put them in, they don't stick together. Goodness gracious. Forgive me. I don't guess I'm ever going to get over this cough. Okay, so I'm just going to continue stacking those in like that. And if you wanted to, you could break them down into smaller bags. And I may have to. But anyway, you get the idea. And then I'm going to, and I'll do this other one in a different bag. I actually have a partially used bag. I can add that to my other layer. So, alright. So, and this is just what it looks like, guys. Simple. So simple, right? Probably wondering why I even bothered to do a video on it. So simple, but you know, some people may not know how handy it is to have this on hand, and I think it's really great because it's really easy, especially during the holidays if you're busy with things like going out or getting shopping done, things like that. It's really great to have this stuff in the freezer so your kiddos can just grab it. Nate's really picky. Sometimes you'll say, what do you want for breakfast? I don't know. But, you know, if I just grab something and make it for him, he'll eat it, especially stuff like this. So that way I can make sure he's fueled and ready for his day of homeschool, and I don't have to go around and around about what he wants, because that drives me nuts sometimes. Do you have kids like that drive you nuts when you say, what do you want to eat? Oh. Well, anyway, I got the rest of this to do, and I don't want this all, so I'm going to get on it. I hope you've enjoyed this little video on how I prep my French toast for the freezer, and I'll see you guys next time.